Why is Africa so underdeveloped when it actually started off as the first world? What really happened? And why is it being kept there? Hi, and welcome to Lifestyle with Ania for one of my favorite anticipated subjects, actually for my whole team who happens to reside in Africa, in Nigeria actually, all of them. So I do not, outside of me, there is not one other person on this team that's outside of Africa, and that's for a reason too. So this is going to be, this is, for me, this is very profound because when I first came to Canada, that's when I really found out the truth about Africa, the truth about racism, about slavery, because I grew up in communism, and back then, well, anybody that's dealt with the Russian oppression and so forth. I'm Polish. And interesting stuff is going on right now actually there. Just on that subject. But I digress. So please join me. We'll be talking quite a bit, primarily on Facebook, with some changes on some. What I'm hoping to do is do a discussion twice a week on just the African history, the destruction. So we're going to be building some fundamental knowledge, and then we'll switch it over to maybe TikTok or Instagram. We will be posting. Every 2 weeks we'll be posting live schedules where we're going and what's the subject's going to be. That will be pinned across all my social media platforms. So please pay attention. Just in case you may or may not be interested in a particular area that we want to have a talk about. Please give me some questions, feedback. Any help you can offer, enlightenment, I'm all for it. And well, who else other than people from the continent itself that can actually really provide me with a lot of that right on the ground workings. But history is history. You don't have to be African to know their real history. You just have to dig for the real history. So we'll be talking about race, racism.
That's kick.
What is the meaning of each one? What's the history? What's the repercussion? What is the what is the fallout from either one? I would strongly suggest too, as part of the Black History Month, to watch, if anyone is in North America and watches Netflix, do watch The American Son with Kerry Washington. It's a movie done in one room, but you kind of have to watch it 3 or 4 times to really, really understand what's really going on in there. Because racism isn't just by whites. Racism isn't. It could be done. I don't like using colors. Bottom line is it could be green, white, yellow, black, all colors of the rainbow. Hey, I'm wearing all colors of, well, maybe not all the colors of the rainbow, but quite a bit. And bright, and you can't miss me right now. So please join me as we debunk some of the very interesting topics. Bias diagnosis, one of them, that yes, it actually hits even medical systems. It impacts all sorts of lives. Kids, orphanages. Why is Africa so underdeveloped when it actually started off as the first world? What really happened? And why is it being kept there? How much of an impact tribes, famine, wars, unrest, and in whose best interest is it for it to stay that way? So please join me. We'll be doing bi-weekly schedule. So I'm hoping that we can post like a live calendar for 2 weeks at a time in terms of where we're going. And when I say we, is because I'm not the only person behind this. I have a full team in Nigeria that supports all of this work. Because that's my passion. I guess I have a black card. So I also believe that this message really needs to come from a white person. White, especially a white woman that is not afraid to tell the truth, that is not afraid to be unorthodox, that's not afraid of controversy, that's not afraid to be called a sellout just because I'm going to be speaking some inconvenient truths for my own people. And I don't even like that word, my own people, like whatever, we're one people. So please join me and support me, and anyone that's got any sort of ideas, any subjects that we really should talk about, please let me know. Get in touch with me, get in touch with my media team, make sure that we're aware, because it's very important that we actually really talk about this. It's really no wonder that there was so many Black North American folks that are in search of their own lost identity, because when we tell the story and we tell the history into so many different, spin it into so many different directions, that people really don't know what is their history. And that's that. So let's fix that. So, guys, Monday, be here, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm not gonna do 7. I usually do, but not this time, because I would like to primarily focus on having some sort of an overlap in time where we've got people from North America that are able to actually tune in, and also as part of I don't want to interrupt your work. I don't want you getting fired over this, but I do want you to get excited, because I'm excited. I've been dreaming about being able to make some form of an impact since my butt landed in North America from Poland. Back then we were oppressed by a different kind of slavery. The communism, mostly brought by the Russian oppression, which is actually interesting enough. Some very interesting stuff is going on in Eastern Europe right now, or it's about to start, even more so. So stay tuned on that one too. That's going to be one of our subjects at some point. Not right now, not in June, certainly not. And certainly not before I feel that we have exhausted the subject to such degree. This is an opportunity to really change the dialogue. This is an opportunity for all of us to sit here and act as one human race and start talking about the inconvenient truth. Why did the first world become the third world? That's the biggest question. And really, the other one too, for all the folks that are actually in North America that are still struggling, that don't really fully understand their own history, that's gotta be the saddest thing, because if you watched my last live, I brought in my Polish history book, which weighs probably about 5 to 6 kilos. That's how big, and it's a tiny little, if you look on the map, Poland is not really that very big. It houses about 35 million people, and we took on both Russia and Germany at the same time. I show them who the boss was. So we can do it by uniting. So can Africa, and so can North America, with all of its beautiful black people, because Black Lives Matter, just as equally. So join me on this exciting new venture. If you find that I'm saying something that's not necessarily correct, by all means, please correct me, because I could also be looking at biased diagnosis myself. Here is the thing about me, though. This has been a passion, burning passion in my life. It changed the trajectory of my life, actually. The day that I saw the movie Gone with the Wind.
That's kick.
And I guess I never really realized that might be my destiny until just recently, when I started getting into the social media. And I found that I actually do have a voice. And what's a better subject to talk about other than your passion? And my passion is equality. My passion is people. My people are all people. So stay tuned and get ready. Don't dig out any popcorn, because I might just say some things that are politically incorrect, which actually the political correctness is really incorrect anyway. We'll talk about that too. So lots and lots of subjects to talk about. I could be going on for this for months, but I'm certainly not going to stop until this message is actually heard, until we cannot be ignored. And yes, it needs to come from a white chick that doesn't give a crap. So, let's have fun. Take care.